So, how are you planning on encouraging people to switch to public transport or bicycles, such as tram, buses, from cars? Do you have any plans?
Yeah, I mean, we have done some projects on sustainable travel. One of the things we've worked in, we can have a look at, there's a website called My Network or Smart Network, Smarter Choices is one of the projects we've done. And that was with some funding from the DFT called Local Sustainable Transport Fund. We did get quite a lot of money to improve infrastructure, so some cycle lanes, signage, traffic light phasing, that type of thing, as well as an old-fashioned way, they call it hearts and minds, is like behavioural change type of, so going in and talking to people, teaching them how to ride a bike, offering them free transport tickets, that type of thing, changing habits. And that project lasted for about, well, it's 4 years, and we're just sort of closing that off now, but there's quite a lot on the web, and I can send you links for that, you can have a look, okay? So and that was done on 2 approaches. The first approach was picking 10, I think it's 10 corridors, and so focusing so many hundreds of metres from those corridors where there was certain infrastructure already, so public transport, the tram, that type of thing, and getting people to change and move away from the car onto that. And then the last year we looked at LEP funding, so enterprise zone type of funding, and did it in like little clusters and looked at that. So we have got a history of doing that, and we want to carry on making people make smarter, healthier choices when they travel.
We're using technology as well, so we're about to do a pilot on something called Mobility as a Service. There's an app called WHIM, W-H-I-M, that's live at the moment in Helsinki. And we're going to start a pilot up in the West Midlands to do the same sort of thing. And the whole point of this app is to link your public and your private transport together. So within the mobile phone, you'll have access to car hire, bus, tram and train travel, cycle hire, taxi, and it's all available in one app. And potentially using that to encourage people to not have their own car, to actually let the car go and then encourage you to start to use sustainable modes of travel. So that's being done by a private company for us in the West Midlands, but we're encouraging new ways of working, we're encouraging these new things. We're looking at people like Uber and Get Taxi who are looking at rideshare. So rather than people just get a taxi with one person in it, can we start to share that so we've got more than one person making that trip? It's still a car, but actually a car with 3 people in. It's better than a car with one person in. So those are the sorts of things that we're trying some new things to reduce the number of vehicles coming in.
Yeah, I think one of the other things we'll be doing as well is kind of what they call a mix of capital schemes, so that's big infrastructure stuff, and then some of the stuff that Jackie talked about was the revenue side. It's worth kind of looking at some of the stuff that Birmingham City Council are doing, and say, for example, on cycling. They've invested a lot of money on the A38, so from Selly Oak into Birmingham City Centre, and then to the A34 to the north is, looking at really investing in, high quality kind of segregated cycle lanes. Is that sometimes you need to put the infrastructure in there to make sure people are confident to say cycle into certain areas and feel safe, and obviously, if people see that, then others may do it. So there's a kind of mix of big infrastructure, but also some of the softer stuff around winning hearts and mind, trying to change people's cultures. That if you walk for 20 minutes a day, or you catch the train, is if you do those journeys, actually, long term it's better for your health. So that's the kind of, it's a long-term approach really. You can't really change things very, very quickly. It's a long-term commitment to changing things, which where we are with the new mayor and the way the new combined authority set up, and some of our funding arrangements is allowing us to do that a little bit better than we've traditionally been able to do.